Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about some new images we got for The Walking Dead Season 10. These are some new promo images. Season 10 is right around the corner. Season 10B, I should say. We're in February now, so I think this is like I've been saying, February, leading up to The Walking Dead, we're going to be getting a lot of promo and trailers. Super excited about it, but today we actually got some promo from AMC. And very interesting photos too. They did they did this thing on Twitter where they were teasing a lot of the images. So we're gonna discuss these images and what it could mean, because it's more than just a whisper war. There's stuff in these promos that sort of like hint at what's to come, like after the whisper war, and we're gonna discuss all that in this video today. Before I do begin though, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe, because like I said, we're gonna get a lot of promo and stuff like that, and we're gonna be covering it all on this channel, so be sure to subscribe. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so the first image we got here is an image of the group in the cave, specifically Carol and Daryl. Melissa McBride actually posted some images too on her social media, so she herself has been like teasing season 10B, which is really cool. But this one she posted on her social media, and it's an image of her and Daryl in the cave. We saw a glimpse of that in the trailer. Here's another one she posted of the group, and they're obviously looking up, trying to figure out a way to get out. And yeah, I think this is obviously episode 9, and it's gonna be a pretty big episode, because I don't think everyone's gonna survive. I really don't. I think if everyone survives, it'll just be a little bit, anticlimactic, and Alpha's whole thing would just be a waste of time. So I think some characters are gonna die, at least one. And I've said this before in previous videos, but again, let me know in the comments down below, who do you think is gonna survive, who do you think is gonna die? Do you think one person is gonna die, or multiple characters? But I do think at least one, because once they get out of this cave, they're gonna be in full-on whisper war. They're not gonna talk about, should we go to war, should we not go to war. What Alpha did to them here is possibly going to cause somebody to die, and that's obviously going to make everyone else want to go to war. So I do think at least one person will die. That trailer definitely made it seem like it's going to be Jerry. I'm hoping it's not going to be Jerry, but again, let me know in the comments down below, who do you think it's going to be. Next, we got this image of the group in the city. Now this is where things start getting interesting when it comes to season 10B, the other part of season 10, which is probably going to have to do with the Commonwealth, and this is going to probably be towards the end of season 10, after the Whisper War. And remember, I think Maggie's also going to be coming back in season 10. She's going to have like a full return in season 11, but season 10B, I think they said she's probably going to show up at the end. So the reason why I think this is interesting is because they're in this city. You can tell from the background, the buildings and stuff like that. Eugene has his hat on. I don't think Eugene just wears his hat around, where they live. I think when they go out, he wears it. Also, The Walking Dead posted this on Twitter saying, if only you guys could see what Yumiko's looking at in this scene from the second half of The Walking Dead season 10. And again, this looks to be like that same episode, wearing the same clothes, on a horse. They have luggage on the horse. Obviously, they might have been planning to stay for a couple of days in the city. And I think since Eugene is there and he has contact with somebody on the radio, I think this is going to be towards the end of season 10B. And I think this is going to hint at the Commonwealth, post Whisper War. But that's what I meant when I said that they were teasing it on social media. So what do you guys think Yumiko is looking at? Because obviously, I mean, you can, not only from the description of the photo, but like her face in the photo, obviously she's looking at something pretty shocking. And I want to say like possibly something like, maybe imagine if it's like a helicopter, or that would be a reaction to somebody seeing a helicopter in a zombie apocalypse. So it could be a helicopter, or it couldn't possibly be like a big group of people. The Commonwealth, they're a pretty big group. I think in the comics it's like, I forgot the exact number, it's like 50,000 or 75,000, but it's like they have tens and tens and tens of thousands of people. So it's, it could be like a big group or something like that, a headquarters, Commonwealth headquarters, something. But I do think it's gonna be, tying into the Commonwealth and the person that Eugene was talking to on the radio, and the fact that Eugene is there. I think that even, sort of proves that even further. Next, we got this image of Ezekiel and some people at the hilltop, obviously defending. This is going to be like that big battle at the hilltop, which I'm very, very excited for. Obviously protecting the hilltop from the Whisperers and the Walkers especially. And speaking of Ezekiel, he also was in that last photo, and I bring this up because remember, Ezekiel has that lump in his neck, which looks to be a very, very bad sign, and he brought up the fact that they're in a zombie apocalypse. They might not have the resources to help him, and the medicine and stuff like that. So I really hope Ezekiel doesn't die. Like Ezekiel, if you've been watching my videos, I always say this, like I love Ezekiel, TV show Ezekiel. I mean, I think comic book Ezekiel is also, awesome, but there's something about TV show Ezekiel that I think it has to do a lot with Kari Payton too. He brought so much to that character that he's so enjoyable to watch on screen. So hopefully Ezekiel sticks around. I know they're bringing back Maggie. But I was gonna say, like, that's gonna be really interesting. Rick, Maggie, and Ezekiel, the three main leaders of the three communities, potentially all being gone. But Maggie is coming back, so she'll be back. But hopefully Ezekiel also stays around because I like him. Next, we got this really cool image of Daryl. He's on top of a rock, and there's walkers around him. And you know what this kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, just some like adventure movie, Indiana Jones or something. I kind of get this idea of them trying to like parkour out of here, which I think would be pretty cool to watch. Just seeing Daryl on top of this rock kind of reminds me of like him possibly like jumping from rock to rock, trying to get like to the other side. I think that would be pretty cool if you see something like that. But they just might have to do that, and I think that'd be really cool to watch. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about that. Alright, next we got an image of Gamma here. Just her, she's covered in blood here, and she looks to be like, in a field. But I'm very interested in Gamma's role in the second half of season 10, because remember, in that little teaser we got after episode 8, she was like held captive at or not really held captive, but she went to Alexandria and people were surrounding her. But she said like she's willing to help them, because obviously she doesn't like Alpha. So we'll see if Gamma survives. I think she might. I think she will survive, because I know this has also been something that some people have been discussing, and I know I've brought it up a couple times. It's like, how with the saviors after the all-out war, some saviors went to the good side. Is the same thing gonna happen with the Whisperers? I think potentially. Obviously not like the main ones like Alpha and Beta. Like I know Negan came to the good side. I don't think Alpha and Beta will ever come to the good side, but I think like Gamma and some of the other ones will, because remember, when I really liked that episode in the first half when they went to the hilltop, and then afterwards we had that episode of that Whisper episode, and some of the Whisperers were talking about how they had a good life there. So I do think some of the Whisperers will come to the good side, and Gamma could potentially be one of those characters. Alright, next we got another image of Aaron inside of that cave. It looks like he's trying to get water or something, so we'll see like how long they've been stuck there, if it's like a couple days or what. But yeah, this looks to be a pretty intense episode. Cannot wait for it. And then we got Connie and Kelly here also. And yeah, like it's so interesting looking at all these photos, because like the people down at that cave are like the main group of characters. So that's why I sort of have this idea like maybe maybe all of them will survive, maybe. But then part of me also is like, I just feel like if everybody survives, that'll like Alpha's plan will just be a total waste of time, and it would have no consequences, nothing will really come out of that. So that's why I do think somebody will die. But looking at these images kind of reminds me like these are all like main characters down here. So we'll see who survives. Next we got an image of Rosita. She's back at Alexandria. This looks to be when they were in the meeting room talking about Gamma. I think we saw that a little bit in the trailer also. And then lastly we have an image of Judith here in the woods. I can't tell if she's by herself in this image or what, but I keep forgetting Michonne is not coming back to the show most likely. I mean, Michonne will probably be in the movies and they might reunite there, but yeah, I mean, Judith is gonna be here by herself. I mean, she has people in Alexandria that love and care for her, like Daryl and Carol. I'm sure are gonna watch after her. But I'm also excited for Judith's future on the show, because she's gonna develop a lot, I think, as a character, because Michonne left. So I am really excited to see, you know, the future of her character on this show. And then one last image we got here, and that's of Negan at the Whisperer camp. And I don't know why, but I find this photo hilarious. Just like Negan's face, he looks like he's completely out of it. He's sitting there isolated by himself, like not talking to anybody. It just feels like if he probably does not want to eat whatever they're eating here. So I don't know why I kind of find this photo funny, but I'm also very excited for Negan's arc in the second half, especially some stuff going on with him and Alpha. I know like a lot of stuff in these trailers is sort of hinting at, you know, Negan possibly killing Alpha because of how much time they're spending together. You guys let me know if you think it's going to be Negan or do you think it's going to be Carol, you know, to take down Alpha. But quickly wanted to share these images with you guys. This was the last one, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about these images. Like, what do you think is going to happen? You know, in the cave, who do you think is going to survive, who do you think is going to die, and what do you think is going on in that city? What do you think Yumiko is looking at? Because that looks to be a very interesting episode as well. But anyways, I am going to wrap it up there for this video, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Also, if you're a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe because we're going to be getting a lot of trailers and teasers this month leading up to season 10B, so hopefully you guys you know, stay tuned for those. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.